Imagine two different consultants charge the exact same price. One spends an hour convincing the client to finally work with them. The other spends 15 minutes answering a few questions before the client finally says yes. What is the difference here? The difference was authority. One of the biggest misconceptions about content is that it's only for getting views. It isn't. The real purpose of content is to build trust before the conversation ever begins. So today, I'm going to show you why authority dramatically lowers your sales resistance and makes attracting clients much, much easier. When people struggle to make a sale, they often assume they need better sales techniques, new strategies, a better script, maybe a better objection or ability to handle the questions, a better closing strategy. And you know what? Sometimes that is true. But more often, the problem isn't the sales call itself. It's everything that happened before the sales call. People buy from people they trust most. If they don't trust you yet, every question becomes an objection, and every objection becomes added resistance. Authority really changes that. Think about your own buying behavior. Have you ever watched multiple YouTube videos before buying a certain software, trinket, or product? Maybe it was a camera or signing up for someone's online course. Most of us have done that. And by the time you purchased, you already trusted that person to a degree. Their content answered your questions. It demonstrated their expertise and helped you make a decision. That's exactly what your own content should end up doing. Every video is preparing someone for a future conversation. Imagine two prospects. The first finds your website today and immediately books a consultation. They know almost nothing about you. The second has watched 10 of your videos. They maybe downloaded your free lead magnet guide, read some emails from the email list, and followed you for 3 or 4 months. Which person is actually more likely to become a client? I think the second one, because by the time they schedule a call, you've already introduced yourself. There's already context. You've already explained your entire teaching philosophy, and you've already demonstrated your expertise to them. The sales call becomes a confirmation, a formality, and not an entire introduction. Here's something most professionals don't realize. Educational content answers objections before people ever ask them. If someone is worried about the cost of your program, create content explaining the value. If people misunderstand your process or methods, you can create content showing your process. And if clients always ask the same questions over and over, you can turn those questions into videos. Every helpful piece of content removes some uncertainty from the customer. And uncertainty is one of the biggest reasons people hesitate to buy. The more questions that you're able to answer publicly, the fewer you'll have to answer privately in sales calls. Without authority, people compare prices. But with authority, people actually compare the expertise. And that's a completely different conversation. Imagine someone searching for an attorney. One attorney has no online presence, and the other one has 50 helpful videos explaining common legal questions their clients have. Who feels more trustworthy at the end of the day there? The same thing applies to consultants, engineers, therapists, financial advisors, architects, every single profession. Authority helps people feel like they already know you before they ever meet you. One of the hidden benefits of authority is that it attracts better clients. Your content naturally filters people out. Some people won't agree with your approach, and that's fine. It's not for everybody. They probably weren't the right clients for you anyways. The people who continue watching, download your resources, join your email list, comment on your videos, they're already buying into your philosophy. That means sales conversations become a lot easier, and those projects become smoother. The expectations become clear, and you're attracting people who already value the way you work. That will turn them into success stories much faster. Think about how much time professionals spend repeating themselves, explaining the same exact process to different people, answering the same questions, and overcoming the same objections. Now imagine those answers already exist as YouTube videos somewhere. Articles, reels, emails, guides. Instead of explaining everything from scratch every single time, you simply point people towards your content. Your content becomes an extension of your business, of your essence. It works while you're sleeping. It educates people while you're serving other clients. That's one of the biggest returns of investment on creating content as a whole. So think about long-term authority. It isn't built from one great video. It's built from hundreds of helpful moments. One video answers a question, another explains your process, another shares a client's success story, and maybe another clears up a very common misconception. And over time, people begin seeing you as the obvious choice, not because you claim to be the ultimate expert, but because you've demonstrated it consistently. You put your money where your mouth was, and that authority compounds. So just like investing, Every piece of content makes the next one more and more valuable. So, what is the takeaway here? Remember this thing: authority doesn't eliminate the sales, it transforms sales. Instead of convincing your client, you're confirming instead of having to chase them down. And you're attracting them instead of spending your time trying to prove that you're the most qualified. Your content has already done that for you. That's why building authority is one of the highest return investments you can make for your business. So if you're serious about building an authority-based business that can attract opportunities and can build your client base, you can download my free 90-day authority roadmap using the link in the description down below. It'll show you how to exactly build an amazing content system that works for you, that creates trust with your audience and grows your authority, and eventually turn those viewers into clients. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.